The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 780 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, slaycast, and tatecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on? Septuplecast, or whatever we got going on. We're live on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and also Periscope, and you can catch all the podcasts on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, everywhere you want to catch Papa Swolio. Instagram TV dropped another episode of Swole TV today. It is time to celebrate the gains. It's a Monday. It's a Monday and a beautiful day to slay, might I add. What up, beaches? What's going on, beaches? Everywhere there are beaches. What up, beaches? There are a lot of beaches here. What's going on? Stephanie and Enzo on YouTubes. We got Vince, Tonya, Casey. What's up, fam? What's going on? Dale on Twitch. We got peeps on Facebook, Instagram. We's all here. Today's episode, I want to talk about slamming, that one thing, focus training secrets. We've been discussing it a lot lately, but I did it today, and it was great. I loved it. I had a great time. I had a great time at the gym today, and I got some more interesting stuff because I didn't sleep last night. And I'm resetting my sleep schedule, and I just played my mind. I played my mind like a freaking fiddle and made it believe that I was just getting up super early, and I went and I smashed it super early this morning, had a great chest pump, and what I did is exactly what's on the board behind me. I picked one and I smashed. I did incline dumbbell, kind of a lower incline, and I just did sets, yo. I did sets. I just repped and repped and repped and repped and repped. And I did isometrics. I did pauses. I did fucking eccentrics. I did a fucking ipsilateral isometrics with contralateral concentric. I did all this stuff. Pulse reps. I did it all. And eventually I just felt like I shouldn't do any more. I shouldn't do any more. And it's interesting. Like I got a better pump when I was doing a couple different exercises, but we're going to see how I feel. We're going to see how I feel tomorrow. It wasn't the heaviest. I don't know. It was interesting. I just decided I got on the incline, and I didn't want to complicate my workout. I didn't want to run around. I didn't want to choose different things. I didn't feel like doing dips. I didn't feel like doing anything with cables. I didn't feel like doing a bar. I just went to do chest. So I did incline dumbbell until I was done. And then I did calves and I fucking left. And then I left, and that was it. I don't think you have to complicate too many things. And we've been talking about doing less and focusing on less. And when you focus on less things, what do you get? You get more focus on less things. You can cover that one thing better. I wanted to get more out of one exercise. That's really the primary reason for doing it, is so you can see how much you can get out of one exercise and realize that you don't need so much damn variety all the time. You don't need like a shitload of variety, fam. You really don't. You don't need to be doing 5 or 6 different exercises because you're doing chest or because you're doing legs. I think so many of you will benefit tremendously by doing less and more sets for less exercises, picking 1 or 2. In my case today, I did 1, picking 1 and just doing sets until your body has no more need for doing sets, until you got no more room to do more. You're just fucking cooked and you're done, and you blast it and you just fucking crush it. And then you crush it for half an hour, then you move on. And then you move on with your life. That's what I think a lot of you should do. You don't necessarily have to do one exercise. Two is great. If you're normally doing 4 or 5, you're going to see a tremendous difference just by doing 1 or 2. Stone Fit on Instagram. Some of the best workouts I have done are with just 1 or 2 exercises, but destroy it. It's super good for a push-pull, for example. Pick 1 chest and 1 back and just go back and forth until your eyes are bleeding. Not literally, but kind of literally. I did 5 exercises, total of 20 sets, and it took like an hour or more. Yeah, but it's not about saving time. I'm not saying do 1 exercise, but you did 5 exercises, 20 sets total. You did 4 sets each. What about doing 2 exercises, 10 sets each, or 1 exercise for 20 sets? So by doing 5 exercises, 4 sets each, you didn't really maximize your training on any one of those exercises. Think about that. Your attention was split. You stopped 1 exercise because you had to do another. So you stopped exercise number 1 because you had to start exercise number 2, and then you stopped number 2 because you had to start exercise number 3. And then you stopped exercise 3 so you could do 4, and then why not? Maybe you could have just spent all that energy on number 1 and crushed it and been, and focused more and gotten more out of it because you're manipulating it. And I'm also saying in that 1 exercise, you're doing all different types of contractions. You're doing isometric holds. Like you're really doing all aspects of 1 exercise. I switched my program last week, heavier and lower reps, negatives and drop sets, only like 2 or 3 exercises per body part. My upper body is destroyed. Yeah, getting those eccentrics, those negatives will kill you. They will crush. Duff's Bones on YouTube. Hey, Papa Swolio. What up, Duff? Do you think pausing during reps helps with explosive muscle? Heard it somewhere on the YouTubes. Pausing, what do you mean? Where? Isometrics are stronger than concentric contractions. You should definitely do isometrics in your working out. Does pausing help with explosive muscle? I don't know. What do you mean by explosive muscle? You mean by, would it increase power? Maybe it'll increase strength. Maybe. I don't know exactly how you'd quantify that or what test has been done to show that or whatnot. I'm more into the bodybuilding. I don't really care too much about increasing strength. I care about increasing strength relative to the point where you'll need strength. If you can deadlift, I can deadlift, let's say 405, I could warm up and do it. I don't deadlift heavy a lot like that. But I have no interest in going to 450. I have no interest in going to 5. I have less than zero interest. I don't even have any interest in deadlifting 405 again for the rest of my life. I'm fine with just repping 315. I just don't care to go that heavy. Why? Just keep on trying to break your own fucking back. I've been doing the pick 1 and smash it for over a year now. It's working great. I like it so much I can't stop working out like that. Well, it's good to get some variety. It's good to mix up and do 2 exercise or 3. You can play around with it a little bit. But one of the benefits of doing 1 exercise is you kind of get some more perspective on how much you have to do in the gym and what exercises you should be focusing on. You'll find some weak spots. You'll find some empty or you'll find some white space with stuff that you've never done before. And if you've never really picked 1 exercise and just crushed it, if you never just done that with 1 exercise, then you've never really gotten the most out of it. So you're going to find some things that you haven't covered, that your body still needs help with. You'll find some weak points. You'll expose some shit when you start maxing out exercises, when you start maxing out specific exercises, What did everyone train today? Did everyone get their pump on today? I actually did chest. I loved it. My gym is great. It's just completely empty. It was empty. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, just empty. Small gym, empty. Absolutely empty. If you do that many sets on 1 exercise, you ramping the weight or keeping it the same intensity. I'm usually dropping the weight because I can't fucking push anymore, but I'll do isometrics where I drop the weight. You mix that up, but you're going for volume. If you're trying to build muscle, it's about volume and overload. It's not necessarily higher weight or lower weight. It's how you use that weight. You know, there's a nice middle ground. Yeah, Donald. I've never heard of just smashing one exercise per workout. Yeah, one or two. I would definitely try one, if not two. Two is great. I don't usually go and do one. One or two, yeah, I've done that. I've done that commonly. Papa Holly on Facebook. Papa, I've been dying to ask you this. Dying? Well, let's get this question answered. I like how lean I've gotten over the past 3 months, so now I'm wanting to focus more on strength and size. Why do people just lean out for a couple months and then you just go back and forth? Why do people just bulk and lean so fast? Without doing a big bulk and ruining the leanness, I'm stuck in the vicious cycle of bulk and cut. Should I just eat more but super clean? Yeah. It's going to be super slow. You know, anytime you're gaining, you're not going to be completely shredded and lean. It's going to be super slow. It has to be so you can balance it out. You know, you might not like it. In my opinion, that's no way to live. If you're going to gain, then fucking gain and eat a little bit extra. I don't really care so much about that stuff personally. Anyone that's trying to gain and then lose and gain and then lose, look, fucking bulk. Bulk until you've built enough muscle. So many people stop and start cutting before they've even really fucking built anything. I see so many guys that lift for 3 months or 6 months or a year and then they're going to a cut. A fucking cut? You've been lifting for a year? You got to earn a fucking cut. You got to build something first. Build some fucking muscle before you start cutting. Everyone's always trying to lose and shred up, completely forgetting that you're not going to build muscle like that. You build enough muscle, you can get lean. That's not hard. And it's a lot easier to get lean when you have more muscle. Yoga, later taking it easy, bad sunburn. Ooh. Yoga's hard with the sunburn. I can't just one focus exercise. I try, but then find myself touching almost everything in the gym. Okay, so just do one exercise. Of course you can. You just don't. You're just making an excuse so you don't have to. Just do it. Try it. Do 2 exercises. You absolutely can. You're really like a kid. You can't, like, don't touch that. You can't help yourself but touch everything in the gym. Come on, bro. You're a fucking adult. Just do 2 exercises. If you do it hard enough, trust me, you're not going to want to touch anything else. You're going to want to get the fuck out and go home. We're going to follow up with this. Okay, Holly, I just don't like to, quote, maintain because I like to lift hard and work towards something. But every time I bulk, I feel like I'm making myself fat. Well, you probably not bulking properly. Yeah, if you want to gain, you have to eat more food than you maintain. So you're going to eat extra. You're going to gain weight. You're going to gain muscle. You're going to gain some fat. You're going to retain some water. I mean, you don't just like to maintain, then don't maintain, then gain. Then gain. And gain enough so you only have to cut until you're happy where you are. The problem you're having is you're not fucking bulking enough to actually gain muscle. You could do it slowly, but everyone's different. Not everyone can do a really slow bulk. It takes a lot of time. A lot of time. You're not going to build muscle and get shredded. Fam, just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, don't just focus on a goal. It's like doing more than one exercise in the gym. You're trying to bulk, you're trying to cut, you're trying to eat a lot of calories, but eat it clean, but not eat too much, but eat enough. I mean, come on. If you're really accurately measuring, it's just super hard. And most of you aren't consistent enough with your training, your dieting to really do such a specific and a really micromanaged type of diet and training. If you're going to sleep literally the same time every night, waking up the same time every day, everything in your life is focused around your training, it might be possible because everything's super consistent. But if you're all over the place and you're just trying to do this, don't. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. And don't eat so much. If you feel like you're getting fat, do you feel like you're getting fat or are you getting fat? You know, do you feel like you're getting fat or are you getting fat? How are you measuring getting fat? Are you using calipers? Not that accurate. Are you using one of those bioelectrical impedance things you hold? Not accurate. Are you standing on a scale and it's telling you? Not accurate. You have to do something very, very accurate. So the progress is going to be slow. Progress is slow anyway, but the progress is going to be slow, especially if you're trying to do something really, really granular like that. Are you drinking protein shake? No, I don't. Does it help? A lot of people do, but I don't think you need it because I don't take them anymore. And I took them years ago and I don't take them now and I'm fine. I eat a lot of food. I eat plenty of protein. I don't need scum off the top of, you know, I don't need the waste from milk. You know, they didn't want to throw away the whey, throw it away. And they just decide to make something out of it, protein. Now, you don't need that shit. It's going to fuck up your intestines. I think I'll only do the back of my legs tonight. The back of your legs? Why don't you crush your legs, Nina? The back of your legs. Why don't you do your legs? How about you do leg day? How about you do squats? How about you just do squats until you can't walk? Do squats, the back of your fucking legs. Come on. Come on, fam. One thing doesn't mean do one really super, super, super specific thing. You got to pick a macro. If you do one thing, if you do one thing, you got to do a compound movement. You got to do something global. You can't do like you can't do a single leg curl. Do squats. Do one thing. Do deadlifts, right? Do something but make sure it's a compound move. Don't skip the hammies. Nah, you won't skip the hammies. You do squats and Romanian deadlifts, you're good. Do one or two exercises, done. That's what I did. It's fucking still sore. I think I'll do legs on Wednesday. You're new. That's all right. You're new to what? Training or to the show? I'm just busting your chops. I bust everyone's chops. We have some fun. So I mean, if you're new to training, you might not want to pick one exercise. Just don't, if you're very brand new, just don't go to failure and do a little bit of earthing. Alex, what's your opinion on CrossFit? I don't really feel like talking about CrossFit right now. Some people like it, some people don't. What's my opinion on it? It's not for most people and it's taught improperly. The programming is lacking. It's high risk. And most people that do it are trying to achieve a goal that CrossFit won't achieve for them. Most people want to look a certain way, and CrossFit is not about looking a certain way. So that's it. I have many shows and episodes and content on CrossFit if you want to Google search that. Do you do split-legged deadlifts? I'm not sure what you mean by split-legged deadlifts. I don't know. You have to show me a picture, which if you send me, I probably won't see it. So I don't know what you're defining as that, so can't ask you. Can BCAA and creatine is bull too? Creatine is creatine's found in food, so are BCAAs. You can just eat some beef and get that grass-fed beef. You'll get plenty. I wouldn't waste my money on BCAAs. Creatine could be beneficial for some people. Yeah, they're called supplements because they're found in food. They're just extracting them and putting them in powder form. So, some people respond better to supplementation with creatine. Some people don't because they're already pretty highly saturated with their natural creatine, their resting creatine levels. So everyone's different with that when it comes to creatine. It's one of the most studied. It's one of the most studied supplements, if not the next like caffeine. Why are you wearing sunglasses indoors? Because I want to. Because I feel like it. Because I always do. Is this your first? Is this your first podcast? Been doing it for about 2 years. Why wouldn't you wear sunglasses indoors? Do you get all? I don't take supplements. No. Yes, I get all my nutrients from food. I do eat organ meats and stuff like that, so I get plenty of nutrients. Plenty of nutrients. I eat vegetables. I have my fats. I have sweet potatoes. I get plenty of nutrients. First time joining from Instagram. Yeah, we're talking about focused training. We're talking about what we're talking about. You can ask a question if you want. I like Facebook better. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube have the high quality audio and video. Instagram is through the phone. He has swolitis and the iris. Yeah, that's I didn't feel like explaining all that, but yeah, I get myoswolitis. It's a photoreceptor issue. So if I get UV rays on my retina, I just grow massively at massive rates, and I don't want to rip or tear any skin anymore. It's been a trying life, suffering from acute myoswolitis. Barbara, been doing a little and gained 8 pounds in 20 weeks of my pregnancy. Thank you for all your advice. Oh, is that good? 8 pounds in 20 weeks. It sounds, yeah. Well, cool. If you're healthy and you're good, then cool. I'm glad you're good. I'm like, is that good? Is that good to? I know you don't need to gain as much as people pretend they can gain, because women just want to pig out when they're pregnant, when in reality they shouldn't and don't need to. Right? That whole excuse, eating for two, which is fucking stupid. You're not eating for two. You're making an excuse so you can stuff your face, and that's why women get so big and get so fat from pregnancy. It's because they overeat. And they blame it on hormones and then stuff their face. Is there something in particular you eat after training? I eat my beef and sweet potatoes. I just eat my food. I eat my food after training. Yeah, nothing particular. What do you think of Huma Pro? I've never heard of it. So I would assume it's probably some kind of supplement, which is probably kind of crap, if not complete crap. I've never heard of that company, that protein, that name. Never heard of it. Papa, beard game on point. Thank you. Hi there, you need a shirt or something? Nah, I'm good, Mayday. You have a few I can send you. Well, I got some you can purchase if you want to check out swolenormousapparel.com, so you're welcome for that. Can't wait for the Swole Slut shirts. Yeah, I'm going to make those. It's happening. I'm making them. Should it say Swole Slut on the back? # balls deep. Let's see. Barbara Knupp. Yes, it's supposed to be a pound a week if you gain, but it's a healthy workout that's maintaining my weight so I don't get huge. Nice. Well, that's the same thing with weight loss. Weight loss is a pound or two of fat per week. First time I'm here. No idea what this stream is all about. Well, the titles are all over the screen. Focused training secrets. Oh, fitness, exercise training. Yeah, this is episode 780, so there's many of them. Yeah, we're talking about keeping the training simple. So anyone that's just coming in, we're talking about keeping the training simple and minimizing the variety, minimizing how many different exercises that you're doing in the gym. And, the importance of using your energy wisely. And if you think about a beam of light and concentrated light, or having blinders as a horse, you're actually increasing your focus on less area, right? Less surface area, less things. You're diluting yourself less. And if with your training, if you're doing 5 different exercises, you're diluting yourself. You're diluting yourself if you split it up between 4 or 5 exercises. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying I never do more than 2 or 3 exercises, but especially for those of you that are looking for breaking a plateau, or you're not getting enough out of your training and you think, okay, let me add another exercise. Let me add a different exercise. Whoa, hold on there, cowboy and cowgirl. Why don't you back off the number of exercises and turn up the intensity and the volume and the time spent in less exercises? Focus more. Utilize the 3 types of contraction. Utilize isometrics. Utilize negatives, eccentrics. Utilize pulse reps, partial reps, super heavy partials. Like, use these different techniques. Can you please recommend a good protein that actually works? I love grass-fed beef. Now, I'm not going to tell you what protein actually works. I'm not keeping a fucking secret. I don't take protein supplements. I wouldn't recommend any of them to anyone. You can try it and see if you really like it, but how do you really measure whether or not it's working for you? I'll tell you what, it's working on draining your bank account, that's for sure. You're better off buying grass-fed beef. You're better off buying, in my opinion, your quality foods, whatever that is. If you're a vegan, I don't care. If you're using your money for whole food and gym memberships. What's your opinion on pork? I don't think it's as quality of the just regular like pork loin. I don't know. I never eat it. I don't really have an opinion. I don't really like it. I never ever have any craving for it aside, I have bacon. But I never say, "Oh, I want pork tonight." I never, get it rid of the oven and make pork. I never have, not once in my life have I ever had a craving for it or a desire to make it over, beef, for example. I always do fasted training. Was talking with a bodybuilder in the gym, and he said something about carnitine before a workout to utilize more fats. Thoughts? I don't know. Is there studies on it? Like good studies? I don't know. I found such great results based on sleep, proper hydration, and proper eating and hard training, just as when I was taking supplements, and I'm have a lot more money and I'm putting a lot less chemical and flavored shit in my body. We're talking less exercises, more volume on those exercises. Do you think short rest of 30 sets is really maximize strength on those sets, or rest 2 minutes long? Short rest of 30 seconds? No, you're not going to maximize strength if you're resting 30 seconds. You're going to maximize your strength if you're resting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. If you're looking for hypertrophy, you can create a lot of volume. You could create a lot of damage and create a lot of transient hypertrophy and create a lot of volume overload and work capacity in the muscles if you're doing moderate repetitions, higher volume. And that's what it comes down to. If you're trying to look a certain way, it's about bodybuilding. It's about creating damage and stimulating growth and stimulating cross-sectional area increase. That's what most people want. If you're trying to build muscle and you want to look a certain way, you want to be a bodybuilder. You're bodybuilding. If you want to look a certain way and build muscle, you're bodybuilding. You don't have to want to be on stage, but you're creating proportion, you're building and maximizing individual muscles so your body looks aesthetic. That's bodybuilding. That's what bodybuilding is. There's the bodybuilding sport, there's the extreme with the drugs and all that stuff in most cases, and there's just the amateur bodybuilding. You're trying to develop your body, build your body. Not the sport of bodybuilding, you're building your body. And if you're not trying to increase strength or speed or anything for a sport, you need to think about your body as you're building it. You're building your body. So don't do exercises for performance when you're not trying to get performance. If you want six-pack abs and you want to look a certain way, stop doing performance-based exercises. Stop whipping ropes super fast and doing all this HIIT training, those HIIT training. No, fucking bodybuild, do yoga. Stop eating shitty foods, drink a ton of water, be consistent for years, and you're going to fucking have a great physique and mobility with yoga and everything. If you're jumping around doing this crazy shit, you're going to increase your risk of injury. You're going to do work for speed and some strength and some endurance. You're not going to build a lot of aesthetics. You're not going to build a lot of shape. You're going to fucking overtrain, probably be exhausted, shit like that. What's going on, Papa Swole? Nice phone call today. Hyped to start. Hell yeah, Corey. Welcome to the fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Beaches. Welcome, Beaches. Welcome all the people that have joined and hooked into Swolenormous X. Super fucking cool. Welcome, new fam members. It's Monday. I keep thinking that today is the weekend. I'm like, oh, this weekend I'm going to finish up. I'm thinking, fuck, it's Monday. I thought it was the weekend. I feel like it was just the weekend. I guess it was. I guess it was just the weekend yesterday. It feels like it hasn't even come yet. I don't know. Each day blends into the next. And since I didn't sleep last night, I'm surprised I even remembered what day today is. You are a great motivator and you are the sexiest beardo. Ho, 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 the sexiest beardo. Look at that. Thanks for the daily podcast. You are the best giving people free advices. Well, thank you. Thank you. I know a lot of times, fam, I'm not in denial. I know a lot of times you'll ask me, what do you think about this? I'm like, well, fucking don't take that shit. You don't need it. I'm not trying to be a hater with supplements, but more often than not, if you're asking about a supplement, you're not really going all out with your nutrition. You don't really have that locked down if you're looking outside. Here's my mental approach, right? So those of you that have been following me for a while, you're aware I like to keep things simple. It keeps things more able to be consistent, and you can fucking be consistent. If you have the ability to keep it simple, you're less likely to fall off, right? You're less likely to fall off the path because it's easy to maintain it's easy to keep your system, right? So what was I talking about? So when it comes to supplements and nutrition and eating, if you're focusing on your nutrition, your pills, and what powder to take and what this to cut fat, and then your food, you're really not focusing everything on your food. If you only allow yourself to consume whole foods, you're really going to be getting a lot of different variety. You're really going to be investigating what's best for your body. If you're taking creatine, but you're eating grains and milk and dairy and you're inflaming your body, that creatine or those BCAAs don't mean fucking shit. You're damaging your body with the food. And usually when you do a proper elimination, you figure out what foods are best for you, you're going to feel a lot better. You're not going to feel like you need supplementation. A lot of times we feel like we need supplementation because we don't feel good. We think we need something extra than what we're doing. Yeah, we need less. We need less of the shit that we're eating, you know? You got some grass-fed. Nice. Good job, DT. Daniel, get that GFB, bro. What's your opinion about spending 20 minutes in a sauna twice a week? I hear people talk really good about saunas. I also, cryotherapy is really popular. I don't know of the latest research, honestly. What's my opinion? My opinion to something like that will default to, honestly, what the research says. I think it's good to take the body to extremes in both cases, to extreme heat or extreme cold. I think it's good to exercise the body's defense mechanisms and negative feedback systems. I don't know of studies or in particular that would show one thing or another. I have a feeling with a sauna, you'd find things in both regards. Matthew, you have, more people watch on Facebook and Instagram. So if you didn't know, Matthew, I'm streaming on like 6 different platforms. So yeah. Not to mention all the people that listen to the podcast and stuff like that. So I don't care if one person's watching or I don't care if 1,000 people are watching. I guess I care. It's super cool. But people got lives. It's fucking what? It's Monday at 5 o'clock. Most people are in traffic. Most people are at work. West Coast in the United States, it's 2 p.m. People got work. People got jobs during the week. People got stuff where they can't listen to a podcast or show up or fuck around. So what are you doing on a freaking Monday at 5 o'clock? You got time to watch old Papa Swolio. Why you got so much free time, Matt? Go make some fucking gains, bro. Stop playing thumb jockey and go get some pumps. Slamming some bacon grass-fed burgers down. Oh. All right, I want bacon. Corey just convinced me just by saying the word bacon. I'm like, fuck, I just want bacon now. What's up, Kat, on Facebook? Let's see here. On Instagram, we got some questions. What's your opinion on low weight, high reps? I think it's great. all the time. So many of you ask me these questions as if, what's my opinion on low weight, high reps? It's great. It depends on the context. Are you doing it all the time and you're trying to get huge, or what? These are all different tools. You know, when you have a certain exercise and a certain rep scheme and a certain this, that, and the other, that's considered a tool. You have the ability to do this cable exercise, high reps, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's one tool. Doesn't mean you do it all the time. Doesn't mean you use that all the time. No, the bone broth. The bone broth is not gross, bro. It's fucking amazing. Trust me. You're going to laugh at yourself when you try it. It's awesome. In your opinion, is there much of a difference between grass-fed beef and wild game meat? I've heard wild game could contain more nutrients. And wild game is great. Grass-fed beef, wild game, both are acceptable. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about grass-fed or wild versus grain-fed, I mean, that's, you know, that can be spoken about. But no, is there much of a difference? I couldn't speak on the actual difference. Of course, it depends on the animal, the location, what they've eaten. But grass-fed, wild, same thing, man. Same thing. The animal's doing what it's supposed to do. The animal's consuming what it's supposed to consume. Think about how we don't eat, or we've discussed many times, okay, we're not eating grain-fed beef. Yeah, we're not eating grain-fed beef. Why? Because it's not good for us to eat animals that are sick, because cows are eating what they're not supposed to do. Think about the same thing as humans. When humans eat what they're not supposed to eat, humans get sick. Other animals are not going to, let's say there's a bigger creature than us, they're not going to want to eat a sick person. You don't want to eat a sick cow. You got to stop eating the bad food so you don't become a sick fucking cow. All right, we talk about cows and the treatment of animals and what they're fed. Well, you're feeding yourself crap. When you drink soda, that's like a cow eating grain. You're consuming the wrong shit. You're getting fat and you're getting sick. How do you feel about the Hodge twin? Those are the two black guys, right? And all the crap they ingest. I don't watch any of their content. I'm aware of them. They've been around for a while, but I don't know what they eat. It's all for the views or whatever they do. I have no idea what they consume. You can drop it in the comments. I don't follow their stuff. I've seen like maybe the first minute of a video, and I'm like, that's enough. Well, that's gross. I mean, how do I feel? I don't care. I think the righteous will win out, right? If they're promoting and people promote, I don't like all this reverse dieting or flexible dieting where all these fitness professionals are promoting garbage foods. I think it's going to come out. Everyone wants to eat these foods. That's the thing. So when you have someone who looks lean that's taking steroids and doing all this stuff, and you have all these pictures on Instagram of these bodybuilders, shredded, and these Instagram influencers, and they're all shredded, and they're sitting in front of like In-N-Out Burger, and there's like 20 fucking burgers. They're probably there with 5 fucking people. These guys are not eating 20 burgers, but they have all this food. Yeah. And they make it look like they eat that all the fucking time. Sure. Maybe one meal out of the week. But once you get to that point, you know what your body can handle, what it can't handle. That stuff adds up. You eat crap like that often, it's going to fucking add up. It's going to add up, and adds up quick. And a lot of the scary shit is we don't know what happens when you consume that kind of stuff regularly over the course of your life. We don't know. It's hard to quantify. You might have cancer when you're older and you don't know if that's what caused it, but maybe it did. Cancer is so environmental. It's so environmental, so we can't always tell what causes it, but why can't we eliminate the risks that we can expect? All right, well, I'm sure fast food doesn't cure cancer, so let's not eat it, shall we? It makes people fat. Let's not eat it, shall we? Let's stay away from the shit. We're the only animals on the planet that don't regulate our own weight well. Yeah, that's for damn sure. You don't see fat animals, right? You see fat cows because we feed them grain and we torture them. We don't see thanks for the follow on Twitch. Was that Ogon? We don't see overweight animals because they do regulate weight. They're not going to eat when they're full. They don't eat out of comfort. They don't eat because they're sad. They don't eat because they just broke up with their boyfriend or their girlfriend. They're sad and they're eating ice cream. You don't get sad. Right? Yeah. Yeah, human beings are stupid. We're smart, but we're stupid as fuck. Fast food sucks. It's not even real food. Well, it's not real food since they started banning fats. They started hating on fats and lard and stuff like that. And then it became vegetable oil. It just becomes worse. It's a cycle. Now there's more exposure about it and more people know. You'd think it would stop, right? You'd think it would stop after all these movies, all these documentaries, Super Size Me back in whenever that was, and all these other movies, these health movies. You think these fast food companies would just go under already. I know Subway's closing stores like crazy. I'm sure a lot of them are, but man, I don't think McDonald's is ever gonna, they're just so big and everyone just wants that shit. Everyone just fucking wants that shit. Fat deer. You never see fat deer, fat gazelles, fat lions, fat cheetah. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because you got to work for your food and then you stop eating when you're full. Yeah, we're dumb as fuck. Human beings are stupid. Human beings are dumb. We're dumb. It's both ends of the spectrum. We're dumb, but we're also smart and intelligent. This is fucking weird. Straight trash. No fat gorillas. I see fat cats, though. You see fat cats because people are feeding these fat cats. Those fat cats in the neighborhood are the ones that keep on going around. They go to every single house and eat all the food on the back porch. They steal other cats' food. The fat cats. Aw, thanks, Cat. Thanks, Cat. That just rhymes, Cat Smith. I've never heard this man say anything not fucking true. Well, I say my opinion. So I'm glad we agree. I like to think I'm saying true things, but we all know that this stuff is my opinion. All right, I'm free to voice my opinion, and you're free to listen. We're free to converse about it. It just so happens that my opinion are a lot about things in fitness, which I have a lot of expertise and education in. So that's good. All this other stuff about how people should be eating, that gray area. Too many people act like experts in nutrition. Too many people act like experts in nutrition. How about this? Too many people act like fucking experts, period. Too many people just act like experts. They give answers for shit they don't know. It's okay, fam. Anyone that's watching on Instagram, it's okay, fitness people in the industry. It's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to not have an answer. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to not give a supplement when someone asks, what should I do for this? Oh, do that. It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to give a response. You don't have to make up stupid shit and make up supplements that solve fucking problems that don't exist. You don't have to keep on perpetuating this shit. It's okay. You can tell people the truth. You want to lose weight? Cool. It's going to take a long time. It's going to be really hard. You're going to fail a lot and you're going to feel shitty about your lack of progress and how fast it's going. But if you keep on doing it blindly and you just relentlessly fucking smash away at it, it could happen for you. Maybe. That's not a good selling point. So it's all lies. It's all lies. You take this pill, you get a six pack. You do this program, you get lean quick. You do this, you're going to get yoked. Doesn't happen like that. There is no you do this, you get results. You do that, you get results. Doesn't happen like that. Doesn't happen. You don't get that. You don't get those results that quick. And everyone's different. And then you point to your neighbor. Oh, how come she got results? She lost all this weight in 2 weeks. She lost all this weight in 2 weeks. How come I didn't? I did the same thing and I don't know why. Because you're not that fucking person. You're a different human being. You have eyes and legs and you both got tits, but you're not the same fucking person. And that goes for men or women. Both men and women have tits. Men got titties too. Everyone has nips. I had that on the board the other day. We went over that. We studied that, right, fam? Everyone has nips. Cats are lazy as fuck, though. Fucking cats. It's better to not have the answer than to give the wrong one. Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. That's one thing, fam, that you know that you'll always get on the Daily Swole. You'll get what I have to say, and that's all you'll get. You know, that's what you'll get. You'll get my knowledge and my opinion. You're not going to get some made up shit. Nah, I wouldn't make shit up. Not my thing. Not my thing. Not my cup of joe. Not my shiznit. Homie, don't make up stuff. Too many people that do that. I gotta clean up everyone else's fucking mess. Because they have been fed the wrong info, research that was pushed and promoted with an agenda. There's a lot of agendas out there. There's a lot of agendas with the fitness. There's a lot of agendas when it comes to supplementation. There's a lot of agendas when it comes to nutrition. There are a lot of people that have ulterior motives. There's a lot of these companies, fitness influencers that are promoting supplements that always take a certain supplement because they're sponsored by the company. Ever see those pictures where they just have the entire bottle? They're in the gym and they're scooping it into their shaker bottle and they just happen to have the entire tub. Who the fuck? Who in 10,000 fucks brings their entire bottle of BCAAs to the gym? Who brings the bottle to the fucking gym? No one. No one brings the entire bottle to the fucking gym. No one does. No one does and takes a perfect picture like you're scooping in like no one's. I just got caught. It was a candid shot. I was just on the bench between sets and I was pouring my BCAAs in and I got a nice shot with perfect blurry background in high definition. Look at these BCAAs. Use code Johnny10 to get 10% off your order. Just call me up. Just call me with my entire container of BCAAs in my whole supplement cabinet. Oh, just happen to have it here lined up in order from largest to smallest. Oh, shit. I happen to have a coupon code on those too. Oh, here. Well, why don't you take that in the meantime? No, if you're going to do it for something worthwhile. Fuck those supplements. Do it for a program. Do it for something that's going to get you off your ass, not some fucking pill you're going to take and hope that fucking Gaindolf comes out from fucking Middle Earth and casts a spell on you and boom, you lose weight. The shake weight managed to sell. You know, when you start seeing stuff like the shake weight selling, it's like, man, am I working too hard? Should I just start making shake weights and stop trying to push hard work on people? I mean, fuck, we got people in Swole X. Shoot, did I have to create a whole fitness platform that actually worked? Could I have just sold a wooden stick with a ball inside and just freaking let people jerk their way to my fortune? Yeah, the same douchebags that spill that shit all over the floor. Oh, thanks, Mike. Preach the truth. I owe you my new life. I did the work, but you're the guide to my new freedom. Thank you. You're welcome, Mike. You've made huge progress. Actually, now that you're here, Mike, drop in the comments. I'll give you a shout out. What's been your progress so far? Because you've been crushing it for a while. You've been crushing it for a while in Swole X. Gains, they call me 2.5 scoops. Oh, geez, don't push it with the scoops. I'm telling you. Eventually that ticker's going to explode. I should know. I had to back off the driving while gaining episodes. I was getting a little out of control there, fam. Hey, man, just tuned in, about to go crush a workout. Go get it, Chris. Fucking A, bruh. Fucking A, bruh. Fucking A. So my workout today, just for anyone that's coming in now, the premise and where we start with this episode was keep your workout simple. Do less sets, do less exercises. Not less sets, but do less exercise and focus more weight or more focus and more output and more intensity on less exercise. 1 or 2 exercises. I chose to do 1 today because I didn't have like the brain space to focus on more than 1. I just wanted to lay there and just rep and rep and rep. So I did it with moderate short rest and I did a lot of isometrics and stuff. Incline dumbbell press. That was mine today. But a lot of you have been having some great success with doing 1 or 2 exercise with other body parts. I love it for legs. I love it for legs. I love it for all body parts. I think you can keep those workouts the same for a couple of weeks and then change it up. You don't have to be doing crazy amounts of different exercise and all this variety. Mix it up. Again, this is great for those of you that are maybe in a sticking point. You've been kind of frustrated with your progress and you kind of hit a ceiling, you kind of hit a wall, and now you might have an opportunity to break through that. So all of a sudden you tone it down on how many exercises you're doing, you increase the sets, you just focus on 1 or 2 exercises, you fucking destroy it in the gym. And then you break that plateau. You break that plateau and you change the game for yourself. And you make it to that next level. Yeah, I watched your YouTube video about 2 scoops last night. Loved it. I'm lifting the whole gym tonight. Fucking crush, man. I love that feeling when you want to go and you're like, I am going to just lift the building. I'm going to stand outside and just lift cars. I'm going to valet cars with my biceps. Yow, you go over here, paddle park you over here. Yow, you're going upstairs. Yow. Just flexing everyone. Mike Stuttle down to 195. Even after a month and a half off, I'm back at the gym, back on the 90-day dash. I'm still strong even after breaking my ribs. Oh, it sucks, man. I healed way quicker. Back to it. All right, man. Good to have you back. Papa Swole's got a little. I got a little gas. I got a little gas. All right. Sometimes I gotta burp myself. I gotta burp myself too, like a baby. And I'm selling the mini bikes, no more broken bones to keep setting me back. Yeah, use the big one. Use the big bike. Use the big bike. I've never ridden one of those mini bikes, but I'd be scared. After what you went through, it's definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it after what you went through. You don't need that shit. You don't need that noise. You don't need that fucking noise, fam. How many times a week do I work out? I don't really count. I try to do something every day. I meditate every day. I do yoga a couple times a week. I try to do a little bit of yoga every day. You know, I try to. I try to do a full session a couple times a week. How often do I work out? It depends on the week. So I'd say I'm doing something every day, but 5 to 6 days a week for lifting. Sometimes maybe 4 or 5, but usually nothing less than 4. Even if I'm busy or I'm kind of, even if I'm busy or I'm getting pushed around and stuff. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to make gains, fam. Good morning. Good morning. What time is it there? Are we in, is that the Australia crew? Is that are those the Aussies coming in? I woke them up. I woke them up down under. My beard was tickling Australia's taint. They heard me. They heard me all the way across the earth. They heard me. They heard me down there. Can you hear me? Okay, fam. So those of you that are just tuning in, let's close this one out. Any other questions? I mean, this was a good back and forth. We covered some nutrition topics. We covered some stuff on supplementation, a little bit of food, a little bit of nutrition, which was good. Always down with taking comments, always down with taking questions. The frequency of training, and that's a good focal point for finishing this up. When you are focusing your training, when you're focusing your workouts on less exercise and more volume, you also have to think about how many times you are exercising during the week. So that's a factor. That's a factor. How much volume you do per body part is going to be a factor with your frequency. And frequency is how often you train that body part. So if you're doing 20 sets of chest on Monday, when do you think you're planning on doing another body part? I mean, another chest workout. When do you think you're actually going to do another chest training session? You're not going to do it on Wednesday. You're not going to do it on Thursday. Or if you're planning on it, you may have to adjust the volume. So if you're a beginner, or intermediate, and you're kind of like, or maybe someone who's kind of out of it for a while, I would recommend doing less volume and doing maybe 2 workouts per week in terms of that same body part. Doing more maybe push, pull, upper body, lower body, total body workouts, ease into it, less volume on each individual muscle. So you take those 10 sets and you spread them out over the entire upper body rather than 10 sets of chest or 10 sets of lats. That's how you adjust volume. As you get more advanced in your bodybuilding and you're building muscle and you're doing more hypertrophy and more overload, the reason why overload increases on each individual muscle is because in that time span when you're training, you start focusing your training on more specific areas of the body, and that kind of overload stimulates muscle growth, hypertrophy. Okay, so you get that hypertrophy, that growth, that actual swelling, and that cross-sectional area increasing of those myofibrils. And that comes as a result of that stimulation. And your body will adapt, and thus it needs more volume, or it needs a different mechanical force, or it needs a different type of contractions. It needs more eccentric training. And then you have all the other aspects that people throw in, strength and energy and body fat. So your body really, is very simple. It does a lot of things. It's very simple. And many of the things that we want in society as a result of, hey, I want to build muscle and lose fat because of aesthetics, because of social standards and what we want out of ourselves, we find it challenging because the body's not designed for that. The body gets confused. The body is designed for function. I'll repeat that. The body is designed for function. The body is designed for function, not for aesthetics. And when you confuse the two, it can be very challenging because the body doesn't work for function. I mean, for aesthetics, it works for function. So we're trying to make it look a certain way, but the body's saying, no, we need more water, or no, our hormones aren't balanced. We need to store more fat. Your body is trying to survive while you're trying to get six-pack abs. Tanya Freeman on Facebook, I've learned how important foam rolling and meditation can be. Complements lifting and yoga so well. Thanks, Dash. You're welcome, Tanya. Isn't that the best? Foam rolling, meditation's amazing. Meditation's amazing. If you're watching this or listening and you haven't really started expanding and looking into learning more about meditation and practicing, you're missing out. If you're training your body but you're not training your mind, you're missing out huge. If you're training your body and you're not training your mind is a muscle, kind of like anything else. You need to stretch it. You need to wear it down. You need to sand, you need to beat it. You need to beat it, you need to force it to grow. You need to force it to grow. You need to force it to adapt. Meditating is hard. It's the hardest thing. It's harder than lifting. Meditation's harder than lifting, but it's a process. It's a process and a practice. It's a process and a practice, and everyone can do it, and you can do it anywhere. And it's not that it's not that it's easy. It's not that it's ever easy. It's not that you're good or bad at meditation. You just have to practice letting your body and observing. It's really just observing. Nothing goes away. It's just your outlook on things and how you process your own thoughts and feelings and experiences. You know? It's just your perception. It's your perception. It's your perception of today. Remember, like the other day, what was it? The IGTV video, right? My Swole TV on Instagram TV, the blue skies. If you're, the skies are blue. The skies are blue. The day is beautiful if you want it to be beautiful. The day is beautiful. Thanks for hosting, Clav. I appreciate it on Twitch. The day is beautiful if it's rainy, if you want it to be beautiful. Traffic is a great time to take a breath and slow down. It can be very relaxing if you listen to a podcast or music, if you allow it to be, or it could be very stressful. And it's how you perceive these situations. It's how you perceive these situations. Same thing with your progress, with those ups and downs, and the reason why meditation really gets very effective is because you're going to have those ups and downs. So how do you handle those downs? And it's going to happen. You're going to have those pits. You're going to have when your body or everything just goes the opposite direction, where you don't get the results you want, where things don't go your way. You're going to have that. You're going to have that. It's going to go that direction. You're going to slide backwards. You're going to hit that wall. You're going to plateau. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to fail. You're going to do a certain program or eat a certain way, and it's not going to work as well as you hoped. Okay, welcome to life. How do you react to that? How do you keep going? How do you still be consistent and not give up? That's everything. That's everything. Someone, was teasing before on YouTube, because I guess only a few people were watching on YouTube. I don't care. I am here whether there's 1,000 people, 10,000 people, or one person watching, or zero. I've done many episodes. With 0 people watching me live. I don't care. I'm doing it every day no matter what. So I'm not missing a day. If you miss a day, that's your fault. I'm not missing a day. And that's how I roll. It's consistency, it's discipline, it's doing it regardless of feeling. You know what to do. You're a grown-ass man or woman. There's no babies watching the Daily Swole. You're a grown-ass man or woman. You know what the fuck to do. You know what you should be doing. Stop pretending like you don't know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what hard work is. You know how long it's going to take. You fucking know. There's nothing holding you back. You're just looking for an excuse. Let's turn it up, fam. It's Monday. I mean, it's the same as any day. You know how I roll. Today is the same as Sunday, is the same as Saturday, is the same as Friday. It's the same shit. However, let's use this as an opportunity. Come on, start of another week. Let's just fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. If you didn't train yet today, go train. If you didn't think you had time, do a little stretching, do a little meditation, Google it. Let's just fucking get started. Let's make it happen, fam, right? Let's make something pop. I mean, we're in the 780s now. This is getting close. We're getting close to the 800. So let's fucking lay that smack down. Ooh. For those of you that are ready to take your shit to the next level, you're ready for Swolenormous X right now. If you go to swolenormousx.com, you can hook in. There's a special offer for July 4th. Special July 4th offer. Go check it out, swolenormousx.com. When you go check out the unlimited memberships in the store, you have a special offer in there waiting for you, and it ends by, at the latest, July 4th. There's limited entries because it's a very special offer. So you can hook in for a fraction of the price, special coupon code included on swolenormousx.com in the membership section. So go there, check out the store, check out the unlimited memberships, and you will see what I'm talking about. swolenormousx.com for yoga classes, all my training and nutrition. Check it out. And for everyone that's here for the first time, you can find the podcast, Apple Podcasts, find it on SoundCloud. You can find it on Spotify. And all the other episodes are going to be getting up on Spotify soon, just waiting for approval for the main Daily Swole playlist. So everywhere, Papa Swolio, and also Instagram TV, fucking Messenger. I'm all over the place. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 781 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, and Slaycast. And you can't forget the Taintcast, Lassie. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Thank you, everyone, for another wonderful episode. And I will see you tomorrow for episode 781. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose. Papa Swolio. Out. Later, fam. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.